Okay, call to order. Today is Thursday, May 9th, 2019. We are on day 2 of fiscal year 20 operating budget hearings of the Budget and Finance Committee and Metro Council. Before us, we have the State Trials Court. And Judge Binkley, I'm going to turn it over to you for you to tell the general public about you guys' operations and then just go through your budget for us. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Chair Lady Vercher and members of the Budget and Finance Committee. I am Joe Binkley, Jr. I am the current presiding judge of the Davidson County Trial Courts. And sitting at the table with me to my right is Tim Townsend, who is our trial court administrator, and to my left is Joe Werner, who is the deputy court administrator and finance officer. Also in the audience are some of my colleagues, Circuit Court Judge Amanda McClendon. Amanda, you'll stand, please. Chancellors Russell Perkins. Russell. Chancellor Ann Martin. Ann, sorry. And Pat Moskal. Chancellors, thank you. And Criminal Court Judge Steve Dozier. Steve, all right. Thank you all for being here. We continue to, thank you. We continue, thank you, I'm sorry, I thought I was talking too loud. I'm not talking loud enough. We continue to operate within our budgetary mandates set forth by the council and the mayor. For the upcoming fiscal year, we propose a status quo budget with no modifications. Also, for the current fiscal year, the state trial courts are prepared to return at least $232,000 back to the general fund, as we have been requested to do, and we're on target for that amount as of now, and as of June 30th, we will have reached that target for returning money to the general fund. There are 18 of us state trial court judges and chancellors. We had 3 outstanding judges retire last year, Criminal Court Judge Seth Norman, and Chancellors Bill Young and Claudia Bonneman. And of course we will miss them, but they have been replaced by 3 exceptionally qualified judges and chancellors. Seth Norman has been replaced by Criminal Court Judge Jennifer Smith. Chancellor Bill Young has been replaced by Chancellor Ann Martin, and Chancellor Claudia Bonneman has been replaced by Chancellor Pat Moskal. And all 3 of the new judges, chancellors, have very impressive credentials, and we are absolutely thrilled to have them with us. We, 18 trial court judges of the 20th Judicial District, continue to do business as effectively and efficiently as we possibly can and as we have done in the past. The 20th Judicial District is the busiest judicial district in the state. Last year, our courts disposed of 20,000 plus cases, 62% of which were civil cases and 38% were criminal cases. We have challenges. The 2 main challenges we have are security and court interpreters. Providing a safe and secure environment for our employees and persons using the historic courthouse and the A.A. Birch building is a continuous challenge. This fiscal year, we worked with the Sheriff's Office to upgrade security cameras for the historic courthouse and the Birch building. That's outside security cameras. The new security cameras will help secure the premises, but we continue to make certain that additional security measures will continue to keep all of our employees and people who visit the courthouses safe. The interpreters is a real challenge. Over the past 2 years, we've needed interpreters for 29 different languages or dialects. So that's our general statement. I'm prepared to answer any questions that the chair Vercher may have, or any of the members of the Budget and Finance Committee.
I have none, Judge. All the information I needed was submitted with the questionnaire, and thank you so much for submitting that timely. Vice Chair Roden.
Hey, Judge, thank you for being here. I had a question because I think we all park in the same location, and sometimes when I'm downstairs, I notice we have people in jumpsuits getting out of vans downstairs. Is that the only access point in this building for inmates that come from, I guess, out of county, if y'all are bringing them through, or is that just a one-time thing? I'm just curious on where they're entering this building and where they're exiting. Thank you.
Yes. Well, Judge McClendon has been trying some criminal cases. Judge, well, I have helped some, and some of the other judges have helped some trying some criminal cases. There are not as many being tried now as in the circuit courts as we have. We're still trying some. We're trying DUIs. We're not trying the domestic assaults as we were, although there's some, I believe, Amanda, there's some still left over that need to be tried. Is that right?
Judge, can you come to for the viewing audience, to the lectern, right here?
Microphone. Yeah, there we go.
The majority of the domestic violence has gone back across the street to the Birch Building due to the security reasons, as you've pointed out. Using an executive elevator that actually stops on the council floor gave me concern. But what we have less of the domestic violence are those that have been arrested for probation violations pursuant to orders or judgments that I have entered. So we have no new cases that are come before us. So right now we're dealing with impaired driving and related misdemeanor offenses. It's all true.
And when the new jail facility is open, Kevin, we'll be able to transport them through the tunnel because the only reason we're doing it the way that you've seen it, and you and I both have come and gone seeing these same folks, is because of the new construction.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Welcome, Councilman Hager. Judge Binkley, thank you so much and everything that you do and over there with the courts. This concludes your budget hearing, and thank you for submitting your questionnaire timely.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Appreciate it.